welcome back to our channel. Today I needed to make some of my homemade almond milk, so I wanted to show you how I make it. But first, before we get started, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on the bell icon so that you get notifications when we post our next videos. Okay, so I have 1 cup of pre-soaked whole raw almonds here, and I soaked these for 48 hours, but you can soak them anywhere from 12 to 48 hours, at least overnight. It just softens the shell on the skin on the outside, so it's easier to blend up for the almond milk. So I usually take my pre-soaked almonds here, but in my blender, the ratio is 3 to 1 water to almonds. So I put 3 cups of water into my blender. And my blender here has the measurements on it, so it saves me to wash the dish later. Perfect. 3 cups here, and then I just gently add my almonds right into the blender. Make sure also that after you soak these that you rinse them off really well. So then I do mine actually. I make my almond milk unsweetened, but if you want it sweetened, you can throw a couple of dates in there, or you can use some cinnamon or vanilla extract. Those are some good sweeteners that you can use too if you prefer it sweetened, but I just make mine unsweetened. So I just take this and I take it here to my blender. And you do need a high power blender when you make the almond milk. If it's not high powered, it won't blend up the almonds very well. So that's what you'll need. So I just turn it on and I start on low, and then work my way up to about medium high. And I blend it up for about 45 seconds to a minute. It depends on the blender you have, so just kind of gauge on how long it may take your blender to blend it up, but just until it runs smooth and you don't really hear chunks of almonds blending up in the blender. So we're going to start it. Okay, so now that the almonds are all blended up in here, I'm going to see how creamy and good that looks already, and it's just almonds and water. So I take my almond milk and I have just a bowl here to catch all the milk into. And I have this bag. It's a nut milk bag. I'll link it in the description below. I get it on Amazon, so if you're interested in purchasing one of these. But it's really good because it's really fine mesh, so chunks of the almond pulp won't get into your almond milk. It strains it really well. So I just kind of hold it open here. And I just slowly pour the almond milk into the bag. And since I'm just doing 1 cup of almonds, I do it all at one time. But if you're doubling up the batch, if you have a big family or something like that and you want to double up the batch, I would suggest that you do maybe half the batch at one time and squeeze it out and then do the other half. But mine, I can do it all at once. So then you cinch the bag up like this, and you just start slowly kneading and squeezing the bag, and it gets all the milk. It separates the inside of the almonds, which makes the milk, from the outside almond pulp, the outside of the almonds. Now take your time with this because it takes a while to get it all out, and be patient because you'd be surprised how much milk you can get out of this pulp. So, I mean, you can take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes just standing here and kneading this, trying to get as much milk out of there as you can. For all my fitness people out there, works on your grip strength really well too. Squeezing this, forearms, it gives you a good arm workout. So I just keep squeezing. Just keep squeezing, squeezing. That milk looks so delicious. Almond milk is such a great alternative for dairy milk. If you're vegan, vegetarian, if you just have an intolerance to dairy, which I personally do too, so I had to find an alternative so that I could still enjoy the creaminess of dairy milk without the effects on my gut and my digestion. So I started off buying almond milk from the grocery store, but it has, you know, natural flavors, which you should try and stay away from. That's for a whole nother video, but it has added sugars and gums and thickeners and things that aren't really so good for you. So by making this almond milk at home yourself, you know what's exactly in it, and you don't have to worry about there being, if you give this to your kids or husband or wife or any type of family member, you know that you're giving them something really clean and delicious. And so we're almost done. And just to clarify, you guys, the almond milk you find, all almond milk you find in the store is not all bad for you. You just need to look at the ingredients and make sure you know what you're buying, make sure it's clean. But also making your own almond milk from home is also cost effective as well if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to be able to have clean almond milk at home. So we're just about done here. I'm going to grab my jar. You can just set this bag inside a bowl or something, because you don't want to throw this away. I'll talk about this in just a second. So I have my jar here, and I just pour it into the jar. So this shows you right here that 1 cup of almonds usually gives me about 32 ounces of almond milk. So if you think about it, that's really good. And it'll last, I recommend that you use it within 3 to 5 days. So it does go bad a little faster than the ones you buy in the store, because they do, you know, the ones that have the preservatives in them. They do last longer in your fridge, so just keep that in mind, that these I recommend that you use it within 3 to 5 days. So there it is. Looks nice and creamy. You can use it in any recipe that calls for regular dairy milk. I use it in oatmeal with my chia seed pudding, which I love. You can use it as a creamer in coffee. So anything that calls for regular dairy milk. Now, your almond pulp that I told you I was going to talk about, you can repurpose this. You don't have to throw it away. You don't have to waste it. You can repurpose it. You can lay it out on a cookie sheet, and you can lay it out to dry, or you can dry it in the oven. Let it out to dry, and then put it in your blender and just blend it up really good, and it'll make really good almond flour. So you'll get so much benefit out of 1 cup of almonds. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you have any questions at all, please leave them down in the comments. And if you use this recipe and make your own almond milk at home, please let me know, and let me know how you liked it and what recipes you used it for. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you guys next time. Bye.